Yeah, welcome back, y'all. You already know it's your girls, Miss B, and that be
And
Keita.
Keita, honey, the birthday girl. You understand me?
Yeah.
Birthday.
And of course, Mrs.
The
Dvante Black.
Black.
Hey,
Yes.
Yeah.
hey, hey.
No, hey. Now wait, is that your whole that's your government name, or did you come up with that?
Well, my first name is Frederick.
Oh, okay.
My first name is Frederick, then Devontae, then Black.
Gotcha.
Devante sang.
There she go.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh,
Ooh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so I'm not gonna do that
Yeah,
today.
you gotta hold, yeah.
Ooh,
You gotta throw your nigga.
right.
Yeah, I can't sing, but I be trying to sing on the podcast. I do. I can't hold that note, but I'm gonna hold it.
Just sing in the shower.
Yep.
Crazy.
Get a
Oh,
record deal in the shower. Sign your
shoot.
record deal.
I mean, at this point, look, you better be creative some kind of way because you mess around and catch a hit while you on this whole lockdown.
Man, what you saying, boy? This thing's so crazy out here right now. There's a lockdown, man. Oh
So
Yeah.
I've been thinking a whole lot about this, Rona crisis, like Jim Jones said, pandemic.
That was funny. It's like it's a
It's a
pandemic.
pandemic,
I was like, what you mean? Then I saw his little caption with the panda picture. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh man. So I've been thinking, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think we're really, yes, and it's very unfortunate with a lot of things that's going on, people losing their life. But we're not really taking into account of actually what's happening with the world right now.
Yeah.
I feel like the earth is like literally resetting itself when it comes to like emission, air quality, pollution, hell, we've been hollering about global warming for years, and now that everybody's sitting still, it's like, now the earth got time to heal. So it's just like, so now it's like, while the earth is healing, why don't we take the time to just be still and go into solitude and think about what we're doing with our life? Because to be honest, we had a terrible first quarter. We had the whole thing, when it all started with, we think we about to go to war. Then Kobe died, and then we got coronavirus. So I think,
And then don't forget you got Lowry just died too.
Yeah, Lowry just died. So it's just like our first quarter has been hit with like some crazy stuff. And I feel like now we're sitting in a time where we can kind of reset, think about what's going on, because I really feel like a lot of us have been trying to accomplish goals and sacrificing and working hard to do what they have to do. This is your time of patience, right? So while you in that time of patience, ain't no telling what's going to happen once we get released.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's on the other side of the door as far as blessings that can be coming our way. It's just, we have to just sit for a second.
Yeah.
And just think about what goals you were trying to accomplish, or what you're trying to move forward into doing once you come out of this. Because we really don't need to come out looking the same way we went back in, the way we went in the first time.
Oh yeah, that ain't happening at all.
So
it's gonna be people gonna be wearing gloves for a while. People gonna be wearing masks for a while. It ain't gonna change. I had ordered mine. It ain't came yet. So
where you order? So we can order. Look,
a mask. I got it off Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Okay.
Yeah, so I got a mask for me and my wife. We not taking out baby girl anyway, and then other daughter, she not gonna be out anyway. So but it's just if we need to go out. Well, I'm still going. I still go to work. She's still going to work. So she works. Yeah, because she works in a place where it's considered essential. And then I definitely work for an essential place, because without us, they ain't get no unemployment. So
I was just looking at like all the people who are out of work, and I think what What company was it?
Trust me, I know. Shit, we got. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead.
No, I don't say because right now it's in Georgia it's over. It was over 60,000, and before I left work Friday, so it
Of
ain't no
people who are
telling how
unemployed.
many now that filed unemployment claims.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I'm in New Jersey, but I'm so close to New York City because I work in the city.
Oh
And
yeah.
just to know how many people live like in New York City and who have lost jobs and all that. I think it was the movie theater CEO. He put his employees on furlough, meaning they can come back with their jobs, but all the people who actually got laid off, there's like no, ETA as to
right.
what's gonna happen.
That's another thing. You know, a lot of people. Well, like in Georgia, it's mandatory that the companies do their like partial claims on them. On their employees. A lot of employers are not doing it, but then they found it out after the fact that they were supposed to. Or what happens is any employer that does not file unemployment claims on their employees and they do it themselves, they get penalized. They have to pay. Yeah, so I just put y'all on game if you didn't know.
Well, that's okay.
So employers, make sure y'all filing these claims on these employees, because if you don't, you're gonna have to pay whatever they receive. You're gonna have to pay it back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to come out of their pocket anyway.
It's supposed to come out of their, it's like a partial claim. It's
The
called
insurance.
a partial claim.
That's like the insurance, right?
Yeah, it's like it's unemployment insurance, but it runs under a partial claim because it's only partial. Because they may be out for probably 3-4 weeks. If they're gonna be out, if they're gonna be out for a period of like 2 months, then yeah, they can file an unemployment claim. 'Cause 9 times out of 10, that means they probably either not coming back or whatever. I don't know. It just really depends on the company's situation. But if it's only for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, yeah, the company's supposed to do it.
Oh, that's good to know.
Because I think am I wrong? I could have sworn I heard this the other day, but did they say like the unemployment percent is raising to like almost like 8% around the country? Did I hear that incorrectly?
They supposed to be raising the amount.
No, I'm talking about the amount of people that's in the country. That's like 8% unemployment.
And
how many people? Oh, you talking about how many people filing?
Yeah, for unemployment
in the U.S. itself.
In the
U.S.
in
the U.S.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I didn't even get those numbers. I don't know those numbers, but it was over 6 million that filed unemployment claim.
8 million. Yeah, because it was, because I thought it was.
So it probably did go up to 8 million. It probably did go up to 8. It probably went up to 8 million since I last heard about it. Yeah, but it was 6 million. I had when I last heard it was 6 million.
And what's crazy, I'm like, what's crazy is like right before Obama had came into office, we was like it's almost at the same numbers, and then after he left, and now we're into the Trump administration, and within like 2 weeks, we're at 8 million, like that fast. It's like, this is crazy.
Very much.
I just thank God, I appreciate, sometimes your job can get on your nerves, they can stress you out. But I thank God. I love my job. Let me tell you that. I love my job.
I'm saying. People gotta understand now. These people had like great paying jobs. Now they don't even know if they're gonna be going back anymore.
Right.
Because once you get laid off, they don't have to let you back. This could be the time where they say, because they're gonna have to cut back. Because if you ain't making no money, you got to cut back on your employees.
That's true.
And then that's one thing. Then you got to think about people that they probably didn't really like. They probably gonna cut them out.
The troublemakers.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's a way to get people out.
Yeah, weed them out.
Yep, this is the way to weed people out.
It's like normally they yeah, that's crazy. Normally the employers, they let people go like toward the end of the year, and it's harder to get into these companies in the beginning of the year. But This whole thing, it's like every time I wake up, I just feel like, oh, it's just a nightmare, you know. It's like, I can't wrap my head around this thing. Like we're all going through this together, not just in the U.S., but everywhere. And that's why I feel like it just makes it a little easier just to be like, you know what? I don't even got to explain how I feel because everybody feeling the same.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, if this was isolated to just,
Trust me, my wife be on me every time I walk out the house. And when I come in,
take the clothes off right here at the door.
Wash your hands. Did you wash your hands?
Wash your face.
Matter of fact, don't even touch nobody. Go straight to the shower when you come from outside.
Right. Yep. All day.
And see, the thing is,
like I'm crazy, and then I be looking at her like she crazy. I'm like, I ain't 2 years old.
And see, and with the thing is with this virus, like people not understanding. Like at first, you know, everybody's like, "Oh, this ain't it's not a big deal." And for some people, it may not be a big deal because to some it could be like the flu. Because like last year, like I was telling people before, many of people lost their lives over the flu and having underlying diseases or health conditions, right? And for some reason, this corona is making everything so, you know, big for some reason. When you go into the hospital, people not understanding, right? This is why you need to take it seriously. When you go into, and I know this firsthand, when you go into the hospital, nobody could come to the hospital with you. You are by yourself.
You can't even go. You by yourself.
You by yourself. So just imagine if you have kids and your child gets sick. You cannot go to the hospital with your child. That means you
drop them off.
Right. You cannot vet for your child. You cannot fuss with no doctor about the way your child is being treated. There's some doctors and the nurses, they may be too overwhelmed to even give the level of care that your child may need. And you can't even be there to fight for them. So just imagine, like, no, we're not playing those games. Because
and I feel like, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Okay, cool. And I feel like, you know, because there's so many people in these hospitals right now, a lot of people are kind of, like you said, being pushed to the side. So, you know, everybody has kind of the same symptoms, but somebody may be a little bit, you know, going a little bit more crazier, but because they didn't get the attention in that moment, they may have passed on because they didn't get it. So that's another thing to think about. Not having the ventilators, as I don't know if y'all heard, but Andrew Cuomo is like not playing with people out here. Governor of New York, like he's not playing. He's just like trying to figure out, you know, where he can get them ventilators from and hospital beds. It's like, I had to turn the news off.
Yeah, it's depressing.
I had to turn it off.
Right. I just wasn't watching Netflix lately.
Oh yeah, Netflix, Prime, Hulu.
I've been watching. I watched the Tiger King last night, staying up at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, everybody keep talking about this Tiger King.
Let me tell you,
what is it? What is it?
Let me tell you, the Tiger King. At first, I was like, "What is this?" Everybody talking about it. I watched it. I said, "What in the crap?" Let me tell you, that documentary is crazy. I could not stop watching it. I couldn't.
What is it?
So basically, it's like, you know, these, you know, white people, they have like petting zoos or whatever, and they all like have tigers and lions and other type of exotic animals on their zoo, right? So some people, one lady is trying to stop this one man from having his zoo because she feel like petting the animal is abuse. When she has the same exact thing, but she called hers like animal sanctuary, and she's trying to stop him from doing the same exact stuff that she doing. And I'm like, what is going on? So they've been going back and forth for years. Like, he done told this lady on air, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Her husband went missing, and he had a whole video about how she killed her husband, led him to the lions, and how he was gonna have her head on in a jar. And listen, you have got to watch The Lion King. I was like,
you said The Lion King. You mean
no? I mean that's his name, Lion King. Y'all gotta watch it. Oh my gosh, 4:00 in the morning. That's why I'm tired.
Yeah, I've been up since 4, straightening up my my entertainment room / studio.
Well, speaking of that, like, so you just a team of one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you literally
I can do it at the house. Yeah, it just really depends on what's needed. You know, if they want to pay for me to come to the studio, because you know my services, you have to pay if you want me to come to the studio.
I heard that.
You know, so but I do have a team of people who I deal with in certain areas, like producers. We have a conglomerate called Dream Kings. Yeah, so producers, engineers, songwriters, things like that. So we do
So what's the
have that.
difference? Producer versus engineer.
Well, a producer can do engineering as well. You know, it doesn't stop anybody from doing it. But the difference from a producer and a beat maker is a producer is a person who can start something from scratch. Being able to play instruments like a Beethoven. He's an actual producer. He creates from scratch. He creates everything from scratch.
Wow.
You know, he can play everything. You know, he played because he started in the church, so playing the organ in the church. So that's all my guys are just like that. You know.
Nice. Okay.
You know, so definitely we're trying to make things shake with that as well. So yeah, I mean, it's all guys and one girl.
Come on, sister. Come on.
She Jay Wells, she keeps us in line.
That's cool.
I tell you, the best thing about being in the studio, right? When you just, cause you know, I used to just chill in the studio with my friends or whatever. And the best thing is like when you first go to the studio, and the producer he making his own beat, and the first, you know how the beat first started out when he got the drum machine or whatever the machine is called, and you hear that click noise. You hear that?
Yeah, that click, click,
boop,
click.
Boop.
Yeah.
And then when you wake up and you hear a whole nother sound, you like, yo, yeah. Where this come from? Yes. You like you wake up, listen, you wake up like this, like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, where this come from? Oh.
Yeah, sometimes it takes some of them a minute to get it to that point, but once it get done, it's like it's like a good feeling. You'll be sitting there like, ooh.
Right, you wake up like you be like, yo, that thing is
So, because I don't really know about much of this stuff. So Timbaland would be a producer or engineer or
producer.
Okay.
Producer. Yeah.
Okay. What's
architect.
That guy name? What's that guy? Dark skinned slim guy. Ah, man, Cox. Last name Cox.
Brian that's Cox. My guy. That's my homeboy.
He a producer?
He's a producer, songwriter.
Producer, songwriter. Can he sing too? I think he can.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of records he write. He's always in the midst of it.
Wow.
You know, if you listen to a lot of songs, if you really pay attention, you hear these lady songs, you'll hear guys on those songs. If you really listen, pay attention, they're just like on a lot of her songs. The girl Her.
Yeah.
If you listen real hard, you'll hear that guy in the background of her vocals. You know, like you gotta listen. Yeah. They're just like when you see somebody featured on a song, but you like, but I ain't hear nobody.
Right. Yeah, that happened to me. I'm like, ain't nobody on this song.
Yeah, they up there.
Right. Yeah, they in the mix. They in the mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's getting that money 3 ways: producer, songwriter,
and you featured on.
Hey, and featured.
I need to get into that. Now I'm gonna start like closing my eyes, like Keita said, and trying to think.
I'm telling you, when you zone in and hear the music, you can really hear like every aspect of that song, from the vocals to the instruments to you can start. I used to like imagine myself pulling everything apart, and I'd be like, yo, this track is crazy. That's why I like music so much.
Yeah. So who would you say like makes the most money between like the producer, engineer, and then the actual artist?
Producer,
yeah. Because the artists, like, they don't make much.
The producer, then a songwriter.
The Candy Birds. That's why she be doing that so much.
Then the artist.
Okay. But the artist got to do a lot of shows in order to get that, to reap that. Yeah. Huh.
They get money off of the records, but they got to pay everybody first.
Yeah.
Everybody,
and that's probably why.
Go ahead.
That's probably why they go on like indie now.
Yeah. Yep, like Fantasia and all them going indie, Monica.
Yep. Who else went?
Yep.
So that's why it's probably best, like if you are coming up in the industry, to know exactly what you're putting on your credits. Like, say if I had a song or if I had an album, I need to be producer songwriter on my album, because you're not about to get. I need to be producer, songwriter, and
That's just like the girl Summer Walker. As you see, her dude is an executive producer and produced just about every song on there. So you know you got that check.
Right. Wow. So what? When you got to look at them credits, man.
I don't know if she. I know she wrote some, but I don't know if she wrote all. So it just depends on who all wrote it. Sometimes it's like 3 or 4 people on one song. So you got to think about all that. But then you got to still pay the label back their money off of this album. If they gave you a budget of such and such, whatever, you got to still pay that money back from those studio time and all that. Yeah. Yep, so they give you a budget of 100,000. You got to make that 100,000 work, but that's a loan.
That's real. Yep. So what does it really mean when they say I own my masters? Is it what you do?
Your masters, yeah, owning your masters. You own the final, so you make the decisions on how those songs are gonna get that money, and you make the decisions on your songs because it's yours now. You got it. It's yours. It's 100% yours. They can't sell it. They can't do anything. Everything goes through you with your master. Somebody if they want to like use it for a movie, you own the master. So it's 100%. Whatever you get, if they're gonna give you 50,000, that 50,000 coming to you. Well, depending on who that producer is, though.
Right.
You gotta still pay them. But normally all that stuff is handled through like the PO, which is like BMI, ASCAP, stuff like that.
Wow. Have you ever had to deal with any difficult folks?
Oh yeah, all the time. You always got to deal with difficult. That's part of it, difficult people. Yeah. It's a few out there. I don't want to say no names.
No, you ain't got to. No.
But it's a bunch of them.
Don't give no names, chat.
So y'all hearing right now, they difficult.
Okay, now. You just gotta bear it. Bear with it.
Yeah. Wow. So they ask me to work with. I be like, bro, I'm straight. Y'all stupid.
No sir.
Well, I'm like, I'm a grown ass man. I don't need to deal with that.
Wow.
I have a choice.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. How long would you say it takes to actually, put the finishing touches on each project?
It just really depends on the song and if I got to do extra stuff or, if it's right straight to the point and that everything's together, it can take me about an hour or less.
Okay.
Yeah, one song, maybe 30 minutes, I guess. It just really depends. It just really depends because, different songs take a different amount of love.
Yeah. So
if you got to make a miracle happen, then, that's going to take a little longer.
Right. So after you put the finishing touches, you send it back to
whoever the corresponding person is supposed to be. It could be the label, it could be the road manager, it could be the manager, it could be the artist, or it could be whoever. It just you just send it to them and that's it. They review it. If they like it, then it's good. If they don't, you just make a change. So.
I was about to ask you, do you ever get those back?
Well, I don't normally get them back like that.
Oh, come on, then. Come on.
I mean, sometimes you make changes. I always send like 2 or 3 different versions of the song. So
smart.
It just kind of keeps all of that. down anyway. Just give you options because everybody like these songs differently. So
yeah,
you can never think one person gonna like their song the same as the next.
Right, it's true. Yeah.
You know.
Okay, that's what's up. Oh man, this was cool. I really appreciate you. I know it was all last minute, all over the place. It's like,
oh, it's all good.
I'm like, let me send this note because if we don't, it's gonna go into a whole year. I'm like, no, we got to have this conversation. It's time. Like, come on now, Mr. Dvante Black, up here with the 415.
I appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, like any last words you want to throw out there before we sign off and let you get back to your day?
Man. Hey, I appreciate you all. Everybody out there, just remember, keep God first, and you will survive this pandemic. I mean, just have faith and just protect yourself. I mean, just protect yourself because it is real. People thinking it's a joke, and it is real. I know a few people who got it. I know somebody who, my school teacher, my chorus teacher, she died from it. They just had her funeral yesterday online, and she was in the news. So, yeah, so it's like a lot. It's a lot, So definitely, it's not a joke. This is real.
Yeah.
So definitely do all the steps you can to take care of yourself. Wear the gloves, put the mask on. I can't wait for mine to come in the mail.
Yeah.
Oh man, hold up. Somebody called.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
so definitely.
Wow. But again, like, we'll, of course, stay in contact and stuff, mess around when I'm in Georgia, whenever this thing is over. We can catch up, we can catch up, get a little bite.
Definitely.
Because look, when this pandemic is over, let me tell you how many people ain't going home. They staying out forever. They're not going back to home.
Ever. They gonna be out and about.
Them cops gonna be like, look, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. But again, we thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much, sir.
To the 415ers.
No,
y'all look out for this on the 1st, Keita's birthday. Happy birthday to her. Make sure y'all show her some love. All right. And y'all already know where to find us. We're on iHeartRadio, Google Plus, Google iTunes, all that whole stuff, everything.
Everything.
YouTube, go on. Come on, support. Dvante, hit that subscribe on YouTube. Yeah, help us out. Look.
I got you on that.
Yes, let's go. But again, until next time, it's your girls, Miss B and Keita.
And
Peace
we
out,
out.
Dvante.
Hey.